Welcome to the Daily Holy Story. The following story took place about 250 years ago in the country of Tunisia. One day, an Arab boy was wandering in the streets with torn clothes, barefoot with no shoes, crying like a baby, nobody paying attention to him. A Jew passed by and saw the poor child, and he asked him why he's crying. The boy said, "I'm an orphan, I have nobody that knows me, and I have no food to eat." The Jew felt so bad for him. He took him to his home, and he washed him up, gave him clothes, and put shoes on him, and allowed him to live in his home. But the Jew was very careful not to convert the Arab boy, because that was forbidden in the Islam countries. And anybody who would do such a thing would be put to death. So, when the boy woke up the next day, he took him to a Muslim school and gave him private teachers. Little by little, the boy advanced in his Islam learnings until he became a cleric, and he was appointed as the Qadi in the city of Kiruan. He had great honor, and he was very arrogant. And he forgot where he came from. A feeling of hatred overcame him against the Jew who gave him help. And all the time, he was crying about the sin that he did to be growing up in a Jewish home, and that he ate their food. He did not rest until he decided that he has a mission to kill the Jew who helped him and raised him. The Muslim sent a messenger to the Jew with a letter saying that he misses him and he would love to see him in the city of Kiruan, that he is a Qadi, in order to see the tremendous honor that he has because the Jew helped him. He sent to the Jew that since the Jew is forbidden to come to the city of Kiruan, he should disguise himself as a Muslim and wear Muslim clothing. The Jew was so happy to receive the letter that the Arab remembered how good he was to him. He sent a message to the Qadi that in another week he will come with a caravan coming to the city of Kiruan, and will meet him at the main square of the marketplace. He thought to himself, he'll be able to visit the holy grave sites in Kiruan in Tunisia. So the Jew went on the caravan dressed as a Muslim. And even though he didn't feel comfortable, he was happy in his heart that he's going to visit the holy graves of the great tzaddikim. When he got to the city, he saw the Qadi waiting for him, ran to him, and he received him with smiles and happiness. They had conversation, and then the Jew told the Muslim Qadi that he wants to visit the holy grave sites. The Qadi rushed to do as his wishes, and he took him to the holy graves that had a big building built over them. He took him inside the building, and he left the building calling out to the Jew, "You dirty Jew, here you will stay until you die, and your bones will rot." Running out, he closed the gate and left the Jew there. The Jew was full of fear, and he understood what the Arab was doing to him. He fell on the holy grave sites and he prayed at the graves that the Tzaddikim should pray for him to save him from the wicked Arab. As soon as he finished praying, the gates of the building opened up. The Jew ran out with all his might and left the city to go back to his city. In the end, his family received him, realizing that he was full of fear. He told them what the Arab wanted to do to him, and the miracle that happened to him in the zechut of the tzaddikim that were buried in Kiruan. The miracle that happened to the Jew entered the ears of the chief rabbi of Tunisia, Rabbi Jew Arab, who invited him to go to the ruler Hamuda Basha. And they told him the story of what the Qadi wanted to do to the Jew. The ruler Hamuda Basha sent his messengers to the Qadi of Kiruan to come meet with him. When he was invited by the messenger of the ruler, he was full of happiness. But right away, they tied him to the tail of the animals, and he was dragged through the streets. The Qadi said this must be a mistake. When he got to the city where the ruler was, he told him, "I am the Qadi of Kiruan. There must be some mistake." Immediately, the ruler brought in Rabbi Jew Arab and the Jew. And he asked the Qadi, "Do you know this Jew?" When the Qadi saw the Jew, who he thought was dead, he thought for sure his spirit came back to take revenge. And from fear, on the spot, he died. Rabbi Jew Arab said the pasuk, Meshiv Ra'a Tahat Tova, one who does evil in return for good. Lo tamush Ra'a mi beto, evil will never cease to be in his house, and the pit will swallow him, and he will fall. Ken yovedu kol oyevecha Hashem, so all our enemies shall be destroyed. Thank you for listening, and have a wonderful, wonderful day.